This story takes place when I was about 5 or 6. When I was little, we lived in a small cul-de-sac community. It was very tight-knit, and everyone knew each other. My mom was unemployed at the time, so to help her out, a lot of the other moms would drop their kids off at our house and pay her for babysitting. One of my favorite girls to play with was a girl my age named Lucy. Everyone always commented on how Lucy and I looked like we could be sisters, which made our bond even stronger. We were both only children, and we had always wanted another sibling, so we liked the idea of pretending to be sisters. We loved to play dress up, tag, cops and robbers, and our favorite game was hide and seek. She was really good at hide and seek, always finding the best spots. My mom was really strict about where we could play, mostly maintaining that we had to stay in the house, usually the first floor only. That way she could keep track of the 6 or 7 other kids she had to watch. One day we decided we were going to play hide and seek. It was a hot summer day and my mom had opened up the windows and left the sliding door cracked open so the house would freshen up a bit. As usual, she laid down the rule about first floor only. Another little girl was the seeker, and we all ran to hide. I was found rather quickly because I wasn't that great at finding spots, and eventually so were the other kids, except Lucy. This wasn't unusual, because as I mentioned earlier, Lucy was really awesome at finding great hiding spots. An hour goes by, my mom starts to get worried, and we are all looking for Lucy now. 2 hours, 3. She calls the other parents, the police, my dad. She can't remember seeing Lucy going into any room to hide. The whole area is being searched. No one else has seen anyone suspicious in the neighborhood. Lucy was finally found around 6 p.m., about 6 hours after our game of hide and seek. She had slipped through the open screen door and gone out to the small in-ground pool we had at the time. I guess she saw the tarp covering the pool and thought to hide under there. She drowned. The death was ruled accidental. The community was really torn up by it. Some people who didn't really blame my mom too much, and others who did. Still, we all came together for the funeral. At the funeral, Lucy's mom was like a statue compared to her father, who was openly sobbing. I remember she just stared on during the speeches, and when her daughter's coffin was lowered to the ground, I didn't completely grasp the concept of death at this time. It was something that I thought happened only to old people like my grandma. So I thought maybe death had different rules when it came to kids my age. And maybe that's why her mom wasn't crying. Weeks go by, things slowly settled down. One day, while my mom was in the basement doing laundry, the doorbell rings. She shouts up at me to peek through the blinds and see who it is. It's Lucy's mom. She tells me to open the door and to tell her she'll be right up. I open the door and Lucy's mom smiles down at me. "Hey, Ryan, is your mommy here?" I nod, saying she's in the basement and she's doing laundry and will be up soon. "Oh, okay. Hey, you know what? I have something for you at home. I know that Lucy would have wanted you to have it. Come on, let's be quick before your mom gets done and has to wait too long." Of course I went with her. She was a longtime friend and neighbor. She was Lucy's mom. It never entered my mind to think anything else of it. She took me by the hand and quickly ushered me into her car. While she was driving, she kept humming and glancing in the mirror back at me. I remember I started to feel nervous at this point. Her house was no more than a few minutes away by car, and it had definitely been longer by now. We were leaving the cul-de-sac. We were getting on the road now. What happened next was this. We were being flagged down by a police car. She was speeding up. She started muttering over and over how I have to get it done. I started to cry and she started to scream at me to shut up. Then she swerved violently and I smacked my head hard on the side door. The world went black. When I woke up, I was lying in a bed in the hospital. My mom was holding my hand and crying. My dad was talking to the nurse. I was okay, just a small cut on the head from hitting the metal door handle. At the time, my parents didn't tell me too much. Just that Lucy's mom had something called a breakdown and that she was going somewhere to get taken care of. Years later, my mom finally sat down and told me the truth. My mom had come up the stairs in time to see her car pull out. She called the police immediately. After I was knocked out, two more police cars cut her off at an upcoming road. They got her out of the car and arrested her for kidnapping and endangering a minor. When searching the car, they found rope and tape in the back, and a gun in the glove compartment. She confessed that she had intended to take me out into the woods and kill me in revenge for my mom being the reason her own daughter was dead. She said that she and I were playing a game. You see, hide and seek with your body.
The eye of the storm. Howard Krugler, a famous actor, sat in his car. The chrome vehicle rested upon the right shoulder of the highway. I was never a superstitious person. The idea of unknown forces affecting my life never was one that appealed to me. Personally, I thought the idea was utterly ridiculous and scoffed at any fool who believed otherwise, avoiding black cats, never crossing someone on the stairs.